welcome to our latest vlog.
You challenged us to do a vlog about The Walking Dead, and we chose to do it about this week's episode.
This time in this episode, we saw multiple groups, multiple people, and that's at first a thing that I like.
I like it when a show builds up their characters and their story. I like it when a story is told.
Like the last few episodes, the episode with Carol and Morgan, it was just focused on their group, and then after that the group of Rick and the visit of Negan. So I'm quite happy to see that they're shifting a little bit and that there's a bit more going on than just one group.
This week you see Maggie again.
I'm really happy to see Maggie again because I think it's a great character, and I'm very curious to see how she will develop after the death of Glenn.
She and Sasha went to the hilltop after Glenn and Abram died, and it's great to see that she still has the fighting spirit.
And we also saw a lot of Sasha. Yeah, some of you who follow us on our website, conmos.com, might already know that we went this year to Walker Stalker in London, and there we also saw Sonequa Martin Green. She plays Sasha, and I saw her Q&A, and I thought it was really impressive because she's such a different person than Sasha. She just, even looking at her, you just feel something different. She was so happy and energetic, and yeah, just totally different from how Sasha is in The Walking Dead. So that really made me appreciate the character even more, knowing in my head what she was like during that Q&A. So I always like to see her in The Walking Dead, and yeah, we saw them in the hilltop, and Gregory, the guy who leads the hilltop, we saw him as well.
So how much do we hate Gregory? He's arrogant, he's selfish, he's a wuss. So what I think is that Maggie will take over the lead of the hilltop, and I love the scene when Maggie told Gregory off. I'm not Marsha, I don't know exactly what she said, but it's something like, I'm Maggie Ree. That was a great scene.
Gregory, the guy who leads the hilltop, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I don't like the role or the actor. I'm not convinced. I don't like his manners, and it's not that I don't like the character as a person, of course, that also not. But then I just think it's not believable. I don't buy it, how he reacts and how he does things. No.
We also saw Carl and Enid in Alexandria. We see that Rick is totally powerless at the moment, and his son Carl is the one who has who wants revenge, and he's not giving up, and I like that. We also see the group of Negan. They pay a visit to the hilltop to pick up their belongings, and at that moment you can truly see what a coward Gregory is. He's kissing ass, he's kneeling down, he's bleh. And he wants to betray Sasha and Maggie. We see Jesus take a stand against Gregory, which I like. But other than that, I'm all for building up a story and building up characters and introducing characters and see the story behind characters. But I think The Walking Dead has got into a rut. They keep on repeating the same story building. It's slow. It's. I don't want to say boring, but it's not unpredictable anymore. It's too predictable, and I don't like that.
What I do think is that this season, of course, except for the first episode, is going quite slow. I don't like that every episode is around one small series of events. Like the first one was around Morgan and Carol meeting Ezekiel, and that was just a very short period of time, and that was the full episode. And then the second of the third episode again, when Negan visited Rick's group, it was just the visit of Negan. And now I felt a little bit like the same, because it was again a visit of Negan at the Hilltop Colony, and then that was just a full episode. And I really like it when there's more time in between, or when they're doing several things and not just, okay, there's a visit of Negan and that's it. I like a bit more variety, a bit more tension. I didn't really feel a lot of tension in this episode, so that's a pity.
Because in the last weeks a lot of people were saying, oh, and it's so boring, and I was like, well, no, they have to build up the story and they have to introduce characters, but it kind of is. It's slow. I would like, it's too predictable. I would like the unpredictability of the show back. The last moment that really shocked me was the death of Beth, and that's 2-3 seasons ago. So I want those moments. I think make The Walking Dead a truly unique show. So I would love to see that back again. I would love for the makers of The Walking Dead to surprise me again.
It's just going quite slow. I'm up for some action. Of course, we all want to see some things happening to Negan, but that's not just it. I mean, it seems like Negan is the only focus. The walkers are not a lot of a threat. At least it's not causing too much tension in the episodes. So, yeah, I'm just really waiting for something more to happen.
What I think is going to happen is that something happens to Carl, and we will see Rick pull himself together and man up. I think before the mid-season finale, we'll see Rick back in his fighting spirit. I'm looking forward to that, but we'll get a gruesome cliffhanger and we'll have to wait for months again. So I'll hope something will happen before the big cliffhanger.
And I have high hopes now. Now we've seen Carl and Jesus heading to Negan's quarter. I hope something is happening there. So that opens up for the next episodes, and I was a little bit afraid to have 2 more of these episodes. But I think something will happen, and that's at least makes me more curious than I was the last week and the week before in what might happen. So that is a good thing.
The best scene of the episode, I think, was the scene with Maggie and Gregory. But I also loved the scene with the walkers in the hilltop. We see Sasha and Jesus fighting the walkers. We see Maggie stand up as a true leader. We see Gregory a wuss, as always. And then Maggie takes matters into her own hands.
And I also think it's a good thing that they're zooming in on Maggie and Sasha, but mainly on how they focus on surviving and getting revenge, and not the whole mourning part, because we've already seen that, of course, a lot in The Walking Dead, and that's, yeah, I like how they handled that in this way.
I think it's great to see that someone like Maggie, who has every right to be sad and giving up, she pulls herself together and she becomes even more powerful or something like that. And Rick, he seems to have given up. And I think if Rick can man up and pull himself together with Maggie, the hilltop, and the kingdom, where I hope Carol will be badass again. I think those three can collaborate in bringing down Negan. And yeah, we'll see.
So yeah, I don't know what the next episode will be about. Maybe we see Ezekiel again. Maybe not. I hope to see what Carl's up to. I think his character, I think it's a good development. I think he's getting stronger and more important. And yeah, I just thought that one scene was odd where he was on roller skates with Enid. Where I thought, yeah, I don't know. That was just weird and felt a bit out of place for me. I couldn't, yeah. It's just like The Walking Dead always likes to add these little things which makes you feel like they're still normal or like normal stuff. But it was a bit, yeah, I don't know. I think it's strange that they found that and more on that. That scene wasn't really necessary for me. I'd rather see some action again. So, yeah, well, I'm curious what part Liv will tape and what her thoughts were on the episode of last night. And let us know in the comment, what did you think and how do you like how the roles are developing? I mean, my biggest hope is some more action. And I really, really hope to see the old Carol again, because Carol is by far my favorite character in The Walking Dead.
Of course, I'll keep watching The Walking Dead because I think it's a magnificent show. But it kind of lost the magic it had in the first seasons. So I hope they'll pick that up again. And tell us what did you think? What did you think of the episode? Do you think it's boring, or do you like the way it's built up?
Yeah. So let us know, and thanks for watching. Bye.
Hope you enjoyed. So, bye!